Okay, good morning everyone. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Alef Hanurisa from the English Education Study Program, University of Lampung. In this occasion, I would like to present my final project for the Theory of Translation course. For this project, I selected an authentic article published by UNICEF entitled Children in Gaza Need Life-Saving Support. I analyzed the first paragraph of the English version as the source language or source text, and its official Indonesian translation as the target language or target text. So first of all, I would like to describe the article first. This article describes the humanitarian situation in Gaza and the impact of the conflict on children. In this presentation, I will analyze the translation by applying Mona Baker's equivalence theory and Cutford's translation shift theory and Peter Newmark's connotation theory. So now, without any further ado, let's begin the analysis. Okay, the first sentence. Let's start with the first sentence, okay? The first sentence is, conflict in Gaza has taken an unconscionable toll in children. The Indonesian translation is, konflik di Gaza telah menelan korban jiwa yang sangat besar bagi anak-anak. Okay, first, let's take a look the word conflict. The word conflict is translated into conflict. According to Mona Baker's word level equivalence, this translation is accurate because both words have the same lexical meaning. So conflict. Okay, therefore, the original message is successfully maintained. Now, let's take a look at the phrase has taken. Literally, has taken, it means telah mengambil, right? In Indonesian. However, the translator chooses the telah menelan. In my opinion, this is a better choice because Indonesian commonly use the expression such as menelan korban jiwa to describe disaster or wars. According to Peter Newmark, this translation preserves the connotative meaning, creating a stronger emotional effect for Indonesian readers. Okay, now let's examine the phrase an unconscionable toll. It is translated as korban jiwa yang sangat besar. Although the translation is understandable, I think there is a slight loss of the meaning. The word unconscionable not only means very large, right, but also implies something morally shocking or unacceptable. Therefore, part of the emotional intensity of the original text is reduced in the Indonesian version. So now let's move to the second sentence. So what is the second sentence? The second sentence is more than 64,000 children have reportedly been killed or injured. It is translated into lebih dari 64.000 anak dilaporkan tewas atau terluka. So the phrase more than becomes lebih dari. This is an example of word level equivalence because the meaning is transferred directly. More than, more, lebih, than, dari. Next, the phrase have reportedly been is translated simply as dilaporkan. According to Mona Baker, this is an example of grammatical equivalence because the translator simplifies the grammatical structure without changing the original meaning. And then now the phrase killed or injured is translated as tewas atau terluka. Killed tewas or atau injured terluka. This translation accurately conveys the meaning of the source text. Next, the phrase homes, hospitals, and schools becomes rumah, rumah sakit, serta sekolah. Homes, rumah, hospital, rumah sakit, and serta school, sekolah. Again, this is an example of word level equivalence because each important lexical item is translated accurately and naturally, even though the N becomes the serta, ya. But I think this is still same. Okay, now let's analyze the last sentence. So the last sentence is depriving families of safety and essential services is translated into sehingga keluarga kehilangan tempat tinggal dan layanan penting. According to Catford, this is a structure shift because the English participle phrase is changed into a complete clause beginning with sehingga. This makes the sentence easier to understand in Indonesian. However, I found one translation that could be improved. The word safety is translated as tempat tinggal. In my opinion, this is less accurate because safety refers to security or rasa aman, not housing. Okay? Since the word homes has already been translated earlier, translating safety as tempat tinggal creates a repeated idea, maybe. Yeah. My suggested translation is safety become rasa aman. So finally, the phrase essential services is translated into layanan penting. According to Mona Baker, this is an example of collocation because the translator chooses a natural word combination that is commonly used in Indonesian humanitarian texts. Okay, to conclude, I believe this translation is generally successful. The translator successfully applies equivalence, translation shift, collocation, and also the last is connotation to produce a translation that is accurate, natural, and acceptable for Indonesian readers. However, as a translation critic, I suggest improving one lexical choice. Instead of translating safety as tempat tinggal, I would rather translate it as rasa aman because it better reflects the meaning of the source text. Overall, the translation effectively conveys UNICEF's humanitarian message while remaining easy to understand for Indonesian reader. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.